Kev, I am really, really convinced that you are not talking into that mic that is right there. I think your camera is your mic because it just sounds like everything's echoing off there. And listen to this. Like, I'm right here, right? I'm talking into my mic. And now I'm talking that way. And you can hear the difference. And now when I'm talking like this at the same volume and I go towards my mic, it's louder. And if I talk like this, it's not as loud. And if I talk like this, it's louder. So that I wasn't seeing with yours. Could you tap on your mic for me, please? Just I know it's gonna peak the sound. It's gonna go, but could you like do that for me, please? I've never heard that someone's screen is too large for for the game. Like, if anything, you'd be able to see the person better because their head would be bigger than if you had to look on a smaller screen. I mean, I understand what you say. You have to do more to look in the corner of your screen as opposed to this. But if you stand further back, it's the same amount of stuff. So, I I don't quite see your dilemma. I think you're just making excuses for why you stink. So, I think I've said this before. It's a little upsetting about the national decks not being in the game, but I, I'm not so angry about it. It's just enjoy the game as is. I don't need all 900 Pokemon. I only checked that list to see if Lucario was there, and I'm happy Lucario is there. So your headline doesn't affect me. Like, your favorite Pokemon will not be in Sword and Shield. And it sucks that I'm a Bulbasaur guy. Bulbasaur is my starter. It's my starter, and not there. But DLC, man. Maybe they didn't want to put the resources into putting all 903,000 Pokemon in the game at first. And they wanted to focus on the ones that they knew they wanted to put in the game, what would work best with the way the game works, and just work on the mechanics of the first console, first full console Pokemon game. Then they could have people working on DLC, maybe free DLC. I don't know why they would charge people for that. I think there's gonna be free DLC as time goes on, adding in more of the Pokemon. Maybe they have, plans to do an expansion pack, a DLC thing where extra towns open up and you can get, and more Pokemon open up in the world. I don't know, but I can't see them forever not having a national dex. It just seems like a time constraint type thing where they had to make the choice. We can take all these models, add all these extra animations, fix all these models, add all the voices, yada yada, and release the game later, or we can take the loss for now and do what we want to do here with this amount of Pokemon and, release the game. People are getting upset over it, and it's still just probably going to be a really fun Pokemon game. I think the craziest thing, actually, is that both games, Sword and Shield, have different gyms. And there's not really Elite Four. There's not really an Elite Four. There's you just fight the champion after. I don't know where I'm pulling this number from. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe there's 18 total, but between the two games. But I think you have to go through 18 gyms. I don't know where I'm pulling that number from. I could be completely off, but I don't know where I'm pulling that number from. But that's gonna be my question of the day. Although I did have another question of the day, but I will save that for Monday, unless you get to it. So I'm gonna write it down right now. Okay, I wrote it down for next time so I remember. I hope I don't have a question for you on Monday. Anyway, what do you think about the games having different gyms in each of them? I think it's cool. It gives someone incentive to actually buy the other game. Like the collectors that buy both games, you just the only difference between the two games are usually, well, at least in the old ones, were the sprites and the Pokemon. But now it's just the Pokemon. And then in this game, Pokemon and gyms. So I guess we'll see when it comes out, but I would like to know your thoughts on the split gyms. Hey everybody! Oh, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I am barely staying awake for the end of the video. Hit that like, that subscribe, that bell button for notifications. Stay tuned every weekday for new episodes of the 90s Vlog. You can follow me on Twitter at 90sGuyTom. You can follow Kevin on Twitter at 90sGuyKev. You can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90s Guys. And with that, you'll see me next time.